Oh, never mind.
There we go. Recording started. Time for science. Here in the classroom, I handed back everybody's little charts that we made yesterday where we graphed and counted how much water and counted all the squares. And then we divided because we're going to use a sticker for every 50 squares of water that you guys counted. And you guys, virtual friends, I sent those back to you because I think, hang on, at the end of those 18 slides, was there more to it than that? Hang on. I'm just going to grab somebody's and scroll all the way down. No, it was. Okay, never mind. Well, I sent it back to you. You can send it back to me if you would like. But you are going to need to know the numbers that are on there when we start graphing in a second, because I'm going to assign somebody to you that's going to be your hands and feet in the classroom to help you place your stickers on the chart. So you'll have to tell them how many stickers they need to place where. So I think we're ready to turn Doug back on. I'm going to mute myself on your guys' side, and then we will pick up right where we left off yesterday. Yes, Josie?
What about the remainders?
He's going to tell us what to do with the remainders. Right, because if Josie has 38 remainder and Lily has another 20-something remainder, well, that's another group of 50 that we could put on there. So we're going to do something with the remainders here in a little bit when Doug tells us to. So just hold tight on that. I'm going to mute, and we're going to pick up right exactly where we left off.
Now, let's see how many squares of saltwater are on the map of Earth. Look at question 4 on your worksheet. Does your answer match Pat's answer below? If your numbers don't agree and you think Pat got it wrong, let us know. We suggest you use Pat's numbers now.
You're muted.
I love playing the mute game. Check your question number 4 on your worksheet. Virtual friends, it should be in your drafts, your unfinished or whatever it shows. I don't know where it shows up on your end.
We have 4 and 2, and our map is 18.
Okay, you have to find the number map that you have, and then you need to check question number 4. Okay, so for example, Josie has map number 1. So for her question number 4, if she did her math correctly dividing, she should have gotten 2 with a remainder of 20. Josie, did you get that?
I got 2 remainder 30.
Okay. We're going to go with, if you got something different, change it to match what this is, because this is the actual.
I got mine.
So is everybody's like close? Did everybody get close?
I'm right.
Mine's
Okay.
right. You told me the wrong
Okay, good.
answer.
All right.
If you're in a class, your teacher will have someone who has counted each map come to the graph and put up the right number of saltwater stickers. Teacher, use your master checklist to call up the 18 maps one by one. Make a check mark on your checklist as a map stickers are added. If no one has some of the maps, don't check them off. Just skip them for now.
You're muted.
Okay. We are going to build our graph now. Here I come.
Going on a trip.
Field trip. All right. We have our chart here. And let's see. You guys can see at the bottom. I don't know if you can really see it good, but you can see I've got saltwater, frozen freshwater, and regular freshwater. So we're going to put stickers on here to represent how many of each. So it said to start in order of the maps. So right now we're just looking at question number 4. Riley, do you want to come help me?
Sure.
All right, can you come stand right up here?
Yeah.
Okay, now, Josie, you're map 1, correct?
Yeah.
How many stickers of salt water do we need?
2. And there's
Okay.
a remainder of 20.
Riley, can you stick that one right there?
Yeah.
And then put this one right above it. All right. Cam, I've got you for map 2. What do you have for question 4? Is Cam there? Cameron Weidman.
4 stickers, remainder 7.
All right, so we're going to just stack them up. 2, 3, 4. All right, thanks, Cam. Grace, I've got you for map 3. How many on question 4 for you?
3 stickers, remainder of 20.
Okay, hang on right there. I'm sorry, Miss Hollenberg likes pictures of Riley.
I just watched the camera.
You can come up closer if you want. Okay, you said 3, Grace?
Yeah, 3 stickers, remainder of 20.
2, 3. All right. Lucas, I had you for map 4. How many stickers for you?
Lucas. Whoa.
He's going to type it in the chat, I bet.
Never talk.
It's okay.
I know his middle name.
Who cares? Lucas Pruitt. Do you know how many for map 4? Question 4?
Are you gonna unmute and surprise us? You talked earlier about Brian's answer.
Okay, well, I don't know where you are, but I have saltwater divided by 50, 5 stickers.
Is Lucas just not paying attention during class?
1.
Probably not.
Stop talking. That's rude. 3, 4. There's so many, aren't there, Riley?
Yeah.
5. Okay. DJ, I have you for map 5.
Oh, no, 5.
All I have is saltwater, and I have 4, remainder 36.
4. All right. 4 more. Riley, are we going to run out of room?
Yes.
We have room for a second column.
3, 4. All right. Who was next? Kaylee, map 6. What did you have for question 4? 4. Remainder 2. Perfect. All right. 4 more. 1, 2, 3. 4.
There's room for a second column.
Kane.
3, remainder 33.
Okay, 3 more. You want to come down here and start another row, and we'll stack another row. 2, 3. All right, good job. High five, Riley. Thank you, virtual friends. All right, the rest of you, now you guys can just watch because I'm going to call up the rest of the maps. Map number 9. Come tell me how many stickers. Thank you, Lily.
You skipped 8.
No, Kane was number 8. Oh, no, here's 8. I'm sorry. Map
8.
number 8. Okay, come up here. Tell me how many stickers you need. Map number 9. Just come up here because you're going to stick your own stickers.
I have 5 and a remainder of 20.
2, 3, 4, 5. Map 9. How many?
2 stickers with a remainder of 20.
Map 10. How many?
2 remainder of 29.
Map, what am I on? 11?
Yep.
How many?
5. Remainder of 38. No, remainder of 20.
All right, now map 12. Oh, hang on. Spread them out. No, not on top of each other like that. They got to be spread out.
Oh.
Okay. So spread them out like Riley was doing. Yep. Okay, next map, Zeke, how many?
4 remainder.
4. All right, next, you were 12, Zeke? Yeah. 13.
How much do you have?
20.
13.
How many?
6.
Oh, Lord. 1, 2,
That's the one that just had 300.
4,
Get these
5.
We don't have to do 200.
You were 13, 14. How many, Samuel?
Wait, Grayson, how many did you need?
6.
All right, Matt, 15.
Uh-oh, she might have a lot. 6.
Your what number? You 15? 16.
How many maps are there again?
18. 17.
So it's the last one. That's cool.
Last math, part 2.
The difficult one. Well, sometimes. I don't remember one.
Yep. All right. Now, as you can guess, it's going to take a second. We're going to go and do this.
What's 18?
Type of water in the hair. So hang in there, guys. All right, while they are sticking their sticker, I'm going to hit play on this for you.
Are there any maps that have not been checked off for saltwater? Add those map stickers too. We're almost done with the saltwater. I'm going to add up all the remainders for you now so we can figure out the final number of stickers to add. Have someone add stickers to the saltwater graph.
If you wanted to know, you're still muted.
Okay, we're just sticking more stickers. All right, 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that is all of the salt water. Thank you, Riley. High five. I almost used up all my pink Post-its. Okay, now here we go. More.
Now let's see how many squares of frozen freshwater are on the map of Earth. Look at question 5 on your worksheet. Does your answer match Pat's? Put up each map stickers. Teacher, put up stickers for any missing maps too. If your numbers don't agree and you think Pat got it wrong, again, let us know. We suggest you use Pat's numbers now.
All right, check your numbers.
I was right.
Most of you don't even have a sticker, it looks like.
I know. 41. That is way off. There's only 2 spots.
In fact, it looks like 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Is that right? Does anybody else other than 1, 2, 7, 8, and 9 have a sticker?
Nope.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just do those. Frozen freshwater. Sticker number 1. Sticker number 2. What was the other numbers?
7, 8, 9.
7, map number 7.
8.
Map number 8.
9.
And map number 9. Guys, are you seeing this difference?
Yeah.
That's the frozen freshwater. That's like the polar. That's Antarctica. That's the polar ice caps. Can we even use that?
No.
That's glaciers and stuff. Can't even use that.
That's for like the.
Now, hang on. He's going to give us a remainder. So hold tight.
What shall the remainder be?
We're almost done with the frozen freshwater. I'm going to add up all the remainders for you now, so you know how many more stickers to add. Have someone add those stickers to the frozen freshwater graph.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but still, comparing them, is it even a comparison at all, really? It's like a joke. Okay, all right. What do you predict is going to happen when we do what do you predict? Hypothesize What's my regular freshwater going to look like, Fiona?
Well, for mine, just by looking at my map, I only have 1 square of the regular freshwater, so I'm guessing that there's not going to be that much freshwater.
Fiona said, looking at my map, I only have 1 single square of freshwater on my map at all. So how many stickers do you think we're going to end up with over here total?
Probably about 8 or 9.
I have none.
There's only 9 on frozen freshwater.
There's probably only going to be.
So do you think it's going to be even to frozen freshwater or less than frozen freshwater?
More.
She
More,
has
less,
this bad. She
same?
literally has 0 remainder 1.
Okay, let's find that.
I have 0 remainder 0.
Now it's time for the all-important freshwater. Look at question 6. Did you have enough squares to get a sticker for the freshwater graph? Raise your hand if you do. No one has a sticker. No one has 50 squares. How about 40 squares? Raise your hand if you have 40. No one? All right, how about 30 squares? 20? Go to the next slide and we'll figure out what we should put on the freshwater graph. All right, here's Pat's count for freshwater. Add them all up. Do you have enough squares for a sticker now?
All right, do the math. 16, 17, 18, 19, plus 5 more, 19 plus 5, 24,
25,
25, 28.
37, 41.
Now you just jumped to what, 41?
It's
41? We still don't even have enough for 1 sticker?
I think it's unless I counted wrong.
When you counted up all the squares, you saw that all of the world's biggest lakes don't even make up 50 squares. But there are lots of smaller lakes and rivers that were too small to show on the map. We've estimated that the smaller lakes and rivers on the globe take up at least 9 squares of freshwater. Now there's about 50 squares altogether. Have someone put 1 sticker up for the freshwater graph. Now your graph is done.
What?
Only 1.
I told you it wasn't going to be there.
How many stickers of saltwater do we have?
Okay, so, I was waiting that whole time. All right, so we are truly, this is what we can actually use, guys. This.
Wow.
How much water did I just run into sink and waste yesterday?
A lot.
We got 1 sticker we can use in the whole world. How many trillion, billion, zillion people are there? And we got 1 sticker. Oh, and then add all of our pets. And do your laundry and brush your teeth and go potty, take a bath. You got 1 square.
Well, that's actually a lot. Imagine how much water, that's actually a lot.
Okay.
Exists if we got water from the ocean. Oh, we can compare that.
Discuss. Then advance the slide to watch the final video.
Okay. I want to make this, I want to picture this a different way for you guys, because I think this graph is pretty interesting to see, but I also want to show you a different way how much water there is in the world. So hang with me for just a second. I'm going to quit presenting for just a second. I've got this bucket, right?
Can we fill it? Oh my God!
It's not full anymore.
Oh my God, the water vapor! Then I can do it.
No, I dumped some of that last night.
Kendall.
Oh my goodness, the water vapor ate the bucket!
Ate the bucket.
Kendall, scooch that way a little bit. All right, more field trip. See how close I can get you guys. Sophie, do not kick that cord. That's fine.
You're waiting for that! No.
Hurry,
want to get out
Hang on. Kendall, scooch that way a little bit. I think your head is just the video.
So.
Okay, so this is a 5-gallon bucket, and it is full.
It's heavy.
It's a little heavy.
Yeah, your
Okay.
arm's shaking.
That's all the water in the world.
No, it is.
It is all the water. We're pretending. That's all the water in the world. Okay? Now, hang in there. All right, I'm going to take out a little bit and take this out. Okay, we got this much, okay?
Can you pin yourself so we can see?
Oh, yeah, hang on.
Bro, this is. How does Sean always manage
I don't know that I
see in my
Okay.
experiments?
I will come I'll come closer.
So.
Hi, here I am.
Why does it look at me?
Okay, this was filled. And it was all the water in the world. And then I took out all of the fresh water in the world. Okay? This is salt water now. So now we're saying that this whole huge bucket, this is the salt water. This is all I have of fresh water in the whole world. Okay? Hang on. So that's my fresh water. Yay! That seems like a lot. But hang on, remember some of it's frozen? I'm going to fill a cup to right here. All right, that's my polar ice caps and the glaciers and everything. So I can't use those two big cups either, actually. So this is just a half a cup. This is like the actual fresh, okay? All right, now, what you actually have to use that isn't in rivers and lakes and ponds, hang on. I lost my little
We get to drink it.
thingy thing.
My stacking job.
Tearing stuff up.
Maintenance.
It is dirty, but I lost my thingy I needed.
What's that? Is that test tube? No, can I do it? The water freezer.
That's how much that each of us usually get. This little dropper guy. That's it. This is how much fresh water that we have. So started with this gallon bucket, 5-gallon bucket. This is how much we can actually use. So another way to compare what happened with the Post-its, but actually using water. Now, Josie was worried yesterday when I started filling this bucket about how much water we waste, because we talk about we use it every day. Not only are we needing to drink the water, but we've got to wash our hands, wash our bodies, brush our teeth. We're cooking with it. We're doing laundry. We're doing dishes, just random other cleaning that we're doing. What else are we doing with our water? Going to the bathroom, mopping,
Drinking.
water in the bowl for my cats and my dogs, and fish tank.
When you play in the water, it gardens.
Okay. Watering the lawn. That happens in the summer. Okay. Some of you do. Now, so let's just see. Let's just take one single task that we do. One single task that we do.
Washing our hands.
Washing our hands. Hang on. Let's do something easier than that. Brush your teeth. Okay.
That's not easier.
It's not okay, but it's easier because I don't know how many times we wash our hands every day, but we should all be brushing our teeth
3 times.
at least once a day.
I do twice.
Your dentist wants you to do it at least twice a day. Zeke says he's doing it 3 times a day. High five for Zeke because you win that one, I bet.
I have to.
Okay.
I have to
So
do because of my braces.
don't be mad at me. I'm going to dump this water out. Okay.
How dare you?
It's only salt. It's salt. No, it was fake.
It was salt water. We couldn't use it anyway.
You didn't put no salt in it.
You're not gonna laugh
Okay.
at me.
Now my bucket's empty again. Okay.
I
And
can't
I'm
believe you.
I,
She put salt in it. It wasn't good anymore.
Actually, that bucket just sat in the sink all day yesterday, so they were like washing their hands and stuff over the bucket. So there was like it was like soapy water. It wasn't really good, and it had whatever dirt and gunk was on their hands when they were washing their hands yesterday. So no, we couldn't have used that water anyway. It was exactly what we did. It was like the water we used to wash our hands, except it was overflowing throughout the day. Well, okay, so I'm gonna turn the sink on. I'm not gonna turn it on full blast. I'm gonna assume that nobody's like full blast brushing their teeth. Right? Because then it's like splattering out of your sink sometimes and whatever. So I don't think we're full blast on the sink when we're brushing our teeth. But how long do they say we should? We're going to all pretend to brush our teeth, okay?
For 2
Well,
minutes.
how many minutes?
30 seconds.
You're supposed to, like the standard is 2 minutes. If you buy one of those toothbrushes that like sings a song or whatever, and like my son Landon had a Avengers toothbrush, and it was Thor, and Thor was like constantly talking to him for like 2 minutes straight, and I'm like, holy cow, Thor won't ever shut up. Like it seemed like it was going on and on forever and ever. 2 minutes is a long time when you're brushing your teeth. Like the toothpaste is like gone by the time you're done with 2 minutes, really. But that's okay. We'll even say, so we're going to pretend that we are brushing our teeth for the amount of time that our dentist recommends, okay?
Yeah, but you don't have the water turned on.
Okay, how many of you leave the water running the whole time you're brushing your teeth? Be honest.
My mom does it. I do it. I know. I do.
Okay,
I love it.
some of you just get your brush wet, turn it off, brush, rinse your brush,
Why
and
would
you're
you
done.
keep it on?
Good for you.
It's
Some people
water.
don't. Okay, all right.
That's bad.
Let's just say, let's do 1 minute, okay? So that splits the difference between how much we're supposed to brush our teeth, and it saves us from the people that actually turn it off while they're brushing. Sound fair? Okay, so a medium stream, and I'm going to watch the clock for 1 minute.
Go.
Okay, this is brush your teeth, brushing, all the way in the back. Don't forget your top teeth.
Don't forget to
the
brush your
front.
Right there.
You're only 20 seconds in. Keep
I can
brushing.
do this.
Maybe we need to spit a little bit. Okay, keep brushing.
got to spit.
Brushing. Well, you get too much like foamy stuff in your mouth. Brushing.
I swallow it.
Brushing. You guys actually brush your teeth for this long? Raise your hand if you do. I love you. Your dentist loves you. Why are you all standing here? Go sit down. No. Goodbye.
I feel like I always brush my teeth for like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yes.
That's excessively clean.
Feels like it.
All this water is making people have to.
Josie,
I'm
and you
brushing.
say
We're almost done.
Brilliant.
We're almost done. Brushing.
Brush that. Now I feel
Okay.
about Thor. That's like 3 gallons. Or maybe
Me and Josie were actually using a toothbrush.
Were you? There's no doubt in my mind that you went and got your actual toothbrush and brushed your teeth for a little bit. All right. I don't know if you can see. It's about half full. That was with like a moderate stream going. Some of you probably full blast it. So it would be more than that. Those of you that turn your water off in between, it would be less than that. But if you do this twice a day, morning and night, we'll just say like you're supposed to, then the bucket would be full, right? We can assume that the bucket would be full. Take this times 2.
Another full minute.
I'm not going to do it for another full minute. We can multiply. We're 5th grade. Okay? So if the bucket's about half full right now, it would be all the way full if I were to do it again, right? We can assume it would be pretty close to full all the way. So that's a 5-gallon bucket just for one person brushing their teeth
That's 5 gallons.
for 1 day. Okay? Let's come back over here and do some math. Okay? Hang on. So wait.
There's
Gonna find
88
mine.
Post-its on the thing.
All right. I'm just going to write around the Post-its. It's fine.
There's
Okay,
88
so I'm one person,
actually.
and I'm using 5 gallons a day to brush my teeth. One person. One person brushing teeth. Right? Okay? One person brushing my teeth, 5 gallons a day. How many days are in a week?
7.
Okay, so in 1 week, 5 times 7. 5 gallons a day times 7 days is 35 gallons in a week. All right, what if it was in a month? How many days are in a month? Well, I say average 30 days. 30 days times 5 is 150 gallons in a month. Okay, how many days are in a year? 365 times 5 gallons a day. 5 times 5 is 25. 6
What about
times 5
leap year?
32. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 3.
18.
1,825 gallons a year.
That's a lot of water.
Think about that. That's
In 6 hours. And 6 hours would start a day, so that's 5 more.
1,825 of these buckets every year just for one person brushing their teeth.
What?
So it'd be like
One person brushing their teeth, leaving the water running for half the recommended time. Guys, and we only have this much water, and we just wasted 1,800 buckets worth because some of us didn't turn the water off while we were brushing our teeth. All this playing with water, everybody's got a pee-pee. All right, go potty. Potty break, apparently. No, Maggie, you just went. Hang on. We've got to watch the rest of the video, though, so we're not done yet. Leap day. Did you count the actual extra days and leap year and everything? Okay. All right, now unpinning. Let's go back to Mystery Doug.
Grace. Her nickname is Grass.
All right.
Her name is Big Pet.
What?
That's so rude.
Have a seat.
Yes.
Yes, Mom.
The Earth is sometimes called the blue planet, and with good reason. It's a watery world. If you were to go to outer space like an astronaut and orbit above the Earth, there's a point high above the Pacific Ocean where you can see a view like this. This is a real photograph taken of the Earth from far away. Imagine if there were an alien seeing our planet for the first time from this viewpoint. That alien might think the entire planet is just water. That's how vast the Pacific Ocean is. Now, maybe you noticed that when you were counting the squares on the map, you were figuring out the area covered by water. But just looking at the area or amount of surface doesn't really tell you how much water there is. Because you know that lakes and oceans aren't just things on the surface. They're deep too. They have volume. So to figure out how much water there is on the Earth, we actually need to look at both area and volume. Well, the deepest freshwater lake in the world, Lake Baikal in Russia, is about 1 mile deep. Now remember, that's the deepest lake there is. Most lakes aren't anywhere near that deep. The ocean, on the other hand, on average, is almost 2.5 miles deep. And at its deepest point, the ocean is almost 7 miles deep. So if we looked at the volume of all the freshwater and the volume of all the saltwater, that would really just make things slightly more dramatic than what you saw today. In other words, just considering the area and not the volume is good enough for estimating the difference between saltwater and freshwater on Earth. Now here's what we found when we added it all up. Of all the Earth's water, most of it is the saltwater of the oceans. Only a tiny amount of that is fresh water. And of that tiny amount of fresh water, a lot of it is frozen and not easily accessible to us. It's in the form of ice caps that exist over Greenland and Antarctica. It's just the freshwater of lakes and rivers that's sitting on the surface. That's in a form that we can scoop it up, purify it, use it for drinking and for watering crops and animals, and for all our other uses of water. Only 1% of the world's water is liquid fresh water. Is that enough fresh water for everyone? There are 7 billion people on the Earth, over 300 billion people in the United States alone. Well, cities like Chicago and Cleveland in the United States, they're right next to these giant lakes, the Great Lakes they're called. These are freshwater lakes, and that's the source of water for these cities and for the suburbs around them. So there's no major problems getting access to fresh water in those places. What about other places though? Not everyone lives close to a lake or river. Maybe if giant lakes like North America's Great Lakes were divided up and spread out across the land, then sure, people might live within walking distance of fresh water. But that's not how the world looks. And most places in the world don't have giant freshwater lakes like these, as you could see on your map. In fact, there are huge sections of land that don't have any obvious, easily scoopable freshwater nearby at all. For most of history, getting easy access to fresh water has been such a problem that it has determined where we could even live and build cities in the first place. All the old large settlements were started near a source of scoopable fresh water, like lakes or rivers. Today, though, people manage to live just about anywhere. There are major cities in the United States, like Los Angeles and Denver. Neither of them have big lakes or big rivers nearby. In fact, most people in the world do not live within walking distance of scoopable fresh water. So, where do they get their water from? You'll find out in the next mystery. Have fun and stay curious.
Okay. All right, friends.
Hi, friends. Your first.
Yeah, Sophie. Okay, so now we have a picture of this portion of our hydrosphere. All the water on Earth, most of it we can't actually use for anything, but we learned that those ocean ecosystems provide life to a lot of different animals and life forms. And in fact, in the water was where the biosphere, didn't it say that was actually began in the water with the teeniest little bacterias in the water, and it evolved and evolved and evolved, and then they came onto land. Now, so hydrosphere is important. Hydrosphere contains part of the biosphere. Hydrosphere interacts with the atmosphere to provide the water cycle and our weather. Okay. We're going to do a little bit more on hydrosphere tomorrow, and then we're going to head into our final sphere, geosphere. And Kendall's super excited because she brought like a little geode thing that we can crack open and see what's inside of it. So we'll see if we got time for that. But tomorrow we will wrap up hydrosphere, so be ready for that. That is all I had for today. No worksheet?
We have. What are we gonna do from now to recess?
All right. Are you okay? No worksheet. I got nothing for you. There was a quiz, but it was 2 questions and they were both opinion. Were you surprised about the water? That's not a quiz because it's your opinion, which means you're right.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I'm not giving you the worksheet that says were you surprised.
Yes.
Okay. So all right. There you have it. We were all surprised. That little yellow square down there is quite alarming compared to all the pink squares and a little bit of orange squares. So that's all I have for today. Tomorrow we'll finish hydrosphere. You guys have a good day. We'll see you later for writing.
Bye.
Recess. Yeah, let's have early recess. No, we can work on math.